Hello and welcome back to Pints with Pals. My name is Mike, and joining with me today is Jeremy. Say hi, Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy.
As you can see by the title, this is it's a very confusingly named beer. It is using lagering hops, but this beer is from Abita Brewing. It's called Blueberry Wheat. So it's lagered basically, but it says wheat. So I got confused. I have high expectations for this. Might be a little bit warm. I'm not going to pour it all the way because the last time I did that, I got a bunch of funk at the end with the other Abita one. So it doesn't look as clear as I was expecting it to.
Mine's crystal clear. Looks right through it. You can see me in it. Ooh.
All of yours look way clearer than mine. Mine has like haze for some reason. Smells good. Oh.
That's crushable.
That is very pleasant. So the bitterness is 16. So I kind of get a little bit of the bitterness, but like no more than if you were to eat like a handful of blueberries. It's a 4.4% ABV. So yes, very crushable. The color was supposed to be 7 out of 100. And this only comes out from April to looks like the end of July.
So clear though.
Yeah, mine's not quite that clear.
Maybe you just have a little chill haze in yours.
Yeah, mine are all, like, well, I only put them in like at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So
okay. But that is a short time. Yeah, it's only like you said, like not quite mid, but maybe the first week of April till mid-July.
Yeah, so they say they make this is a crisp wheat beer with the aroma and flavor from fresh Louisiana blueberries. It's brewed with Pilsner and wheat malt, so maybe that's the wheat that they're talking about, and hopped with German Pearl hops. Then the juice from the blueberries is added to complement the toasty malt flavor. So yeah, definitely, if this is using actual blueberries, they nailed it because it's got so much blueberry smell. It's not overpowering. It does have a little bit of the blueberry flavor, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's not from the hops because those hops add like, well, I guess they do add a little bit of slight fruitiness to it, but
German Pearl hops.
The pearl, yeah, but also has like a little bit of spice, even just in the like some bittering. Kind of like you said, it's like very low bittering, it's like 16 IBU overall, so it's not much compared to other ones we've had.
I've already had more of this one than I did the entire other beer we did last episode.
Oh my gosh, that was a rough one. That was a rough one.
So before we get into another rough one, let's I would say I'm gonna give this like a 4.6.
4.6? Wow. I was gonna 4.28 because that just sounds like fun to say.
Yeah,
just weird math. 4 times 2, 8, whatever.
Yeah, this has been one of the top contenders of this season for sure.
Except for Orville.
Yeah, right. No, Orville stands alone. So speaking of other disasters, I don't know if I've talked about this. I think I probably have. So everybody that's been watching this channel knows that Jeremy brews a wonderful honey blueberry ale. So it's not a lager, but it basically comes out crystal clear and is crushable. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to try and do the same thing. I'm going to put my little spin on it by using different hops. But I, for the most part, was following his recipe, just stands besides the different hops. So I get it done. It looks crystal clear. It tastes delicious. I just didn't add. So instead of adding blueberries specifically, I was going to add blueberry extract. So I'm like, I got down to the thing and I talked to Jeremy like twice. I accidentally didn't buy it when I was on More Beer. I forgot to click I forgot to click the. I don't know. I was looking for them, but then I just didn't add it and didn't pay attention.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And then like when I got it, I was like, damn it, I don't have the thing. And so then I hurried up because I thought I needed it for brew day. So I hurried up and bought it on Amazon. And I just went on Amazon and grabbed so I went and searched for blueberry extract and then found one that had 28,000 reviews and a 4.8 star rating in the same 4-ounce jar or whatever. And I was like, yes, I got it. So I tasted the beer during like the transfer to the other keg, when I was kegging it, and it was clean, I guess. There was little flavor because the honey and the hops and stuff didn't really impart a ton of flavor, but it was basically like a refreshing, I would say, any kind of lager that doesn't have a ton of flavor, like Bud Light or something, because it was a little bit sweet.
Right.
So I pour this extract in. So I just like dump it in and then pour it in. And I'm like, wow, that's like, it was like black. I was like, this is really weird. And then when I was like cleaning it out or whatever, I noticed that there was like these like floaties and I was like, what the hell is that? And then I like looked at the bottle and it's like, it says emulsion. And I was like, shit. I'm like, what is blueberry emulsion? And I'm like, so then I went back to the Amazon listing and it was like extract alternative. It was in the description. I'm like, cool. Thanks for putting that at the top of my search for blueberry extract and having it have like the most whatever. And I'm like, that sucked. So I got so I'm like, okay, well maybe maybe it'll work out. So I'm just like letting it sit. And it's just the most bitter beer I've ever had. It's kind of like, I'm guessing that the way they make it is probably the floaties and shit that were in it. I'm guessing were just basically the skins of all of the blueberries, and that's where they got the color from. So it's like basically like tannic as hell. So I'm guessing that's what the emulsion is. It's basically like when they make blueberry juice, all that shit that comes out of the thing, that's what emulsion is. I'm like, damn it. So Jeremy suggested that I add lactose to it. Jeremy didn't necessarily mention that I should watch how much lactose I added to it. So I read a thing that was like basically you could put up to like 1.5 pounds of lactose in a 5-gallon beer.
Right. And I was told and read no more than 4 ounces.
Because if you don't,
rather, sorry. Yeah, 4 ounces. Yeah. You'll
be in the bathroom for quite some time. And if you're lactose intolerant, you'll just be like all over the place. So So long story short is it tasted terrible. I was thinking I was going to dump the beer, added the lactose, and it still has like this really dark purple haze. And then the foam is like a purple, like a lightish purple color. And it smells very much like blueberry. But the flavor is like, I can't really taste the lactic or the lactose.
The lactose.
But I think it basically took like the acid and the base and then kind of met in the middle somewhere. And it's okay. I'm still kind of nervous to like crush it, but 1 or 2 and everybody that's had it is like, tastes okay. So that was fun.
Yeah. Oh, you sound like me. You're your own worst critic. So
this is what I was trying.
I'm just glad it turned out. Yeah, I'm glad it turned out though. That's. Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, when you think you have a bad beer, all you can do then is just try to experiment, try to make it better, and then you just throw it away.
Right. Like, that didn't work.
Nope. But no. Like I said, the next time I try to make another blueberry, I definitely want to get blueberries, or just probably buy frozen blueberries and like defrost them, crush them up, and actually ferment on top of them, and try to get more natural blueberry flavoring. And I'm not too worried about like skins getting into it or anything like that. I mean, I would prefer not to, but yeah, it's whatever. I really don't care at the end of the day. I'm just kind of curious what happens to it.
So would you ferment under pressure, or are you going to just ferment in a?
Yeah, I would just use my tip. Yeah, just Yeah, I would just use my temp control, the little system I made, and just ferment how I do all that one. So it'd be the same recipe overall. It would just be, instead of using extract, I would just do on top of blueberries and see what that tasted like. And if I didn't have enough of that blueberry flavor, then I would probably just add in like a couple ounces of blueberry extract. Let it sit for a while, taste test it. If it still tastes right, add the other last two. So we don't want to be too blueberry forward because then maybe a little bit of a turn off. There's one I've had, and they can't get it here, and I don't think you can get it in Michigan either. But it's from Alaska, and they use wild blueberries, and that is super sweet. It's like a dessert beer, so it's not like those dessert stouts that we've had before, where it's like super sweet and like monk stout stuff like that. But it's still a very sweet lager. It's good, but I can't drink more than one of them. It's just too sweet. That's what I'd be afraid of achieving by accident.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to go for this, like a 4.4% or lower, basically German lager with the hint of blueberry. So they say that blueberry and strawberry, I think, are the two berries that impart the most flavor after fermentation, just because they are more tart than they are sweet. And I think that's kind of a cool, and I like the taste of blueberry. One of my favorite beers is a blueberry braggot, which is basically just a mead. Well, it's kind of like what I was trying to make, essentially, where it's a mead and a beer combined. It would just be a lower ABV beer, like probably a 4 or 5, not 4 or 5, like probably a 3 or 4% beer. No, probably less than 3. And then the mead that you would mix into it wouldn't be like, because the meads can get up to like 13%. So you're going to kind of want to control that too. So I don't really love the taste of mead. I think I would like it if it were carbonated. But
I like for you to try mine.
Yeah.
Mine's ready now, but it's going to let it age out a little bit longer. Whenever we meet up this year, whatever happens, bring you a bottle and try it out.
Yeah, I'm still liking this one.
This is really good. They remind me like of another beer that we've had, and I'm just drawing a blank on it now. It's not mine. I'm not.
Yeah, we had one of those like those old ones. I was nervous because like these cans have like dates rubbed off on them. Or
was it Sheboygan beers? Did we have a? Yeah, we had a blueberry cream ale from them. So this is not too far from that, right? It's just missing.
I like that one.
Like I guess like a little bit of lactose in it, make it creamy, or malt or oats or whatever they may have used in it.
Yeah,
it has a lot of that flavor to it. Yeah, that's a good beer too. That's another good one. But I don't think it's outside Michigan.
No, they might get outside of Michigan, but probably not too far. The distribution rights for alcohol is weird.
Especially for small companies.
Yeah. Would you ever try and use would you ever try and lager your, you guys who can't, but would you ever try and lager your blueberry honey ale?
I mean, the answer is yes, I can. I've lagered once before. I know a couple episodes ago I said I never have, and after the episode I was like, well crap, I did. And it's a big song and dance to do so. So what I have to do is I have to get a 5-gallon bucket of water and basically fill that up basically with ice. And then I can put my pump in there, fill it up with ice, then water. Then constantly swap out a bunch of all the water, put in more ice to keep the temperatures down. And it's a real pain in the butt. But I think lagering would be interesting just to see what happens. Yeah, for sure. Why not? I'll try it.
Yeah, because that's what I think the other difference was. What
yeast to use to be the problem, right? I would want a clean yeast. I want something that doesn't leave anything behind.
I would like to see what it would be like with Kvike yeast also. Like do it under pressure with Kvike yeast and your blueberries, and then let me know how that goes.
I mean, I could just split it. Just split a batch.
Yeah, because the with that all-rounder that I have from Kegland, because it's got a big wide mouth, I can actually like throw like blueberries and stuff in there, and like so you can see it and deal with it, and it has like a submersible cooling thing like you had, like a
the coil
heat exchanger. So I'm excited to try it and see what's going on, but there's too many things to try and too little time. So we'll have to cross that bridge. I'd really like to like brew something with you and Jason. That'd be a fun pals pint, and then we can drink it and have a good time.
Pal pint. I'm sure we'd have a few pints with pals.
Did you want to go over a recipe? Because I feel like you would basically just give your.
I would just give my standard blueberry recipe that I brought up about, I think, all 5 seasons now, right? So they're just.
So season 4, if you go back to season 4, I think that there is or no, was it this season? Did we do it this season?
I'm trying to look real quick to see if we did a blueberry this one season. So, Marcy, I want to compare and contrast the kit that I buy that I doctored up in my recipe. Maybe season 4, like you were saying. Probably a season 4. Yeah, so blueberry. Yeah, so season 4, episode 3, where we do the kit that I doctor up versus the actual grain bill that I built myself.
Which is 5 pounds of Pilsner malt, 2 pounds of honey, 6 ounces of honey malt, 4 ounces of Carapils. And then the hop edition, you use just Cascade 1 ounce at 40 minutes and 1 ounce at 20 minutes. And then you're using Staff Ale English SO4. Boil it for the boil for 60 minutes, cool it down, and then add that stuff. So this is very similar to what I did. The only difference from mine in this one was I used the same stuff I used for my Kolsch, because Angela likes the Kolsch, so I was like, well, I'm gonna see if she likes this with Saaz hops, and I forget what the other one is.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did use Saaz hops. Yeah, I thought that was an interesting choice.
Yeah, I watched a thing the other day that says American Saaz is different than German Saaz. Pearl. It's German Pearl or Pearly.
Or use Pearl. Okay.
So the Pearl for 60 minutes and then Saaz at the very end. But they said that the Saaz hops like provides a lot of citrus flavors. And the American version of it does anyway. So I'm wondering which one I got when I get it. Because I didn't realize that there were different variants of that.
Oh, yeah.
I just assumed.
Then there's some like you can even get from different countries. Like, well, again, like you just said, but I mean, like I've seen, because New Zealand has gotten into the hop game here recently, and I guess even though they grow whatever, let's say Saaz, it can be completely different than the Australian versus the American versus the English or German rather. So yeah, then you got all these hybrid ones too. Because I have a couple in my fridge that sadly a homebrew company went out of business a while ago, and it's like YQ-345. It didn't have a name. It was just like experimental, and it says good for tropical IPAs on it. It's like passion fruit and some other stuff. So guess what I'm making with that? Some type of IPA.
I wonder if you could, like, I don't know. I haven't experimented enough with stuff because I'm afraid, because it just the time investment for me outweighs the monetary investment, and I'm not willing to, because like you could make small batches, but like if you're gonna make a small batch, it's gonna take you the exact same amount of time as it would to make a 10-gallon batch. Well, if you had a 10-gallon system, that is, where you're besides like the boil time and the other time, because there's less liquid in it. But other than that, it's still going to take you at least like 3 hours. I would say on average, it takes me about 5 hours from start to finish to get everything out, put everything away. That's like the minimum amount of time.
Mine's about 4. I get done about 4. Oh, and I was doing like the 2-gallon batches. I was getting done about 3 hours. But I have a unique system how I do everything anyways. Like, so if I got time to lean, I got time to clean. So like if I'm done with something, I know I'm not going to use it no more, I'm already washing it up and putting it up.
Yeah.
I learned that a long time ago, because before it was taking me like at least like 5 hours because I said I'd wash everything. Like, nope, I'm done with this thing. I don't need no more. I'm done putting it up. No, just don't need it.
Cool. If you guys have any other cool blueberry beers, let us know. We'll try them. It seems to be a crowd favorite. No, me either. It sounds like we better wrap this up.
Yeah,
I got a cheers left in me, and that's about it. Yeah. So
that's all I got. I got no more. We can do it.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to have a pint with your pals.
Please drink responsibly. Like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, email us questions. Yeah, tell us more blueberry beers to drink. So until
email us answers too. If you're gonna ask questions, somebody better answer it.
Yeah, I'm not answering them. Cheers.
Cheers. Told you.
Good.